It may not seem like it, but the pickup segment in the Philippines is huge. And yes, they look huge when I stand next to it. Ha ha ha, how original. Look, listen, my point is that you may not actually not even understand just exactly how big the segment really is. Case in point, in 2019 alone, it was the second largest segment, thanks mainly to its utility and, well, let's be honest, the excise tax exemption under the train law. So, winner. Now, this is the Philippines, and Toyota has been number one for quite some time. But that doesn't mean that the other brands out there are just gonna sit around and have their asses handed to them. This is a fight, and a darn good one, too. Just recently, the D-Max was launched. Awesome interior. Then, around the corner, the FX4. Fox shocks, baby. Nissan, it seems, with a penchant for arriving fashionably late, is dying to come out and play with the new Nissan Navara. First launched in 1935 under Datsun, the 12th generation pickup truck debuted to our local market back in 2015 with a drive way up north from Manila to Ilocos and a date with the sand dunes. 6 years later, a quick dinner to get reacquainted, then chaperoned by the Department of Tourism, and countless swab tests later that will make your nostrils second-guess their orientation, Nissan Philippines returns to the Navara's first playground under the sun.
It feels like you're in an environment that you're not supposed to be in control of. Because it's sand, and it's loose sand to that. But then you're going over the sand at full throttle. You know you're not supposed to, but you do it anyway because it's gonna be a lot of fun.
A 2.5-liter turbo diesel dons all variants from the Pro 4X down to the EL, where the majority peaks at 187 horses and a very playful 450 Nm of torque on 2 transmissions, a 7-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual. As consumers, we can get caught up in flamboyant marketing adjectives, but when Nissan says bolder and tougher new looks, they mean it. Even under the blistering sun, surrounded by sand looking like we might fall into the great pit of Carcoon, it's easy to make out the new shapes of the hood, front bumper, and the massive grille. And it's not like it needs an introduction, but the quad projector headlamps look damn good, and the tail lamps have a design you can easily differentiate from others at night. The interior looks fresh, looks pretty tight. Smoke chrome accents, an around view monitor in your infotainment system, seats that, well, quote-unquote, defy gravity, and a steering wheel that you would be darn proud of. Now the ace, arguably, up the Navara's sleeve has always been its ride. I did over 300 kilometers in the rear seats. Now, I'm not saying you step out looking like a fresh daisy when you get out of the rear seats, but at the very least, you don't feel like a rusty, creaky, unfolding lawn chair when you get out. Thank you very much, coil springs. Now, for those at the other end of the spectrum looking for more utility, the bed has a C-channel tie-down system, and the payload has increased to over 1,100 kilograms without sacrificing much of its ride. Now, I know I made a Star Wars reference a while ago, and I was gonna say this could be Jabba's new ride, but I did some research, and he weighs over 3 tons. So how does this help the consumer? Okay, so that doesn't really help, but I know this will. The big question, price. There's also a 15,000 peso premium for the color white, which really doesn't bother me much because the new color, Stealth Pearl Gray, man, that looks badass. Before I let you go, a couple of things. Number one, the new Nissan Navara will be available starting the first week of April, both in showrooms and on our website. Number two is that it comes with a 5-year or 150,000 kilometer warranty, which is actually pretty darn good. And number three, we really want to know what you think about the price. And you let us know in the comments so that we can let you know what we think during our review on Behind the Wheel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.